What's up, guys? Sub-Zero here, back for another VOD review. Before we get into it, I'm just gonna brag, honestly. I am playing in the sub-regional going on right now, Ascension of the Ages 3, and I mean, I'm just smurfing in it, so just wanted to flex my first place overall on day 2. Day 1, I did okay, I did a little bit worse. I was like top 16 or something like that. Yeah, 15th. So not bad. I mean, like a billion way tie, so like, I mean, like honestly around here. But I mean, we just smurfed it day 2. I mean, I'm the GOAT, I'm the GOAT. I mean, but not really, because we have to play one more day. Tomorrow is day 3. We're gonna be playing that. Starts at 4 p.m. Eastern time. So if you guys are interested, go check it out. See if I mean, either I'm going to continue my performance and be the GOAT, or I'm going to completely run. I mean, I'll probably be the GOAT. It's actually kind of consequential. Top 8 auto qualifies me to Tactician's Trials/Tactician Cup, which means I wouldn't have to grind out a bunch of ladder games. And then, aside from that, there's some prize money on the table. There's just the stakes of winning a tournament. So I'm gonna do my best tomorrow. Now, in order to do my best, I thought, maybe I could VOD review on my own games just to flex, but actually, I mean, I know I still have a ton to learn. I can still get a lot better. And so I wanted to VOD review one of the lines that I feel honestly like not that confident on. It's one of the lines that I feel I've played it a few times, and it's just I have been not I've been in a spot to play it, and it's not gone that well. So wanted to VOD review Jazlatte today, playing around this comp, and just get a sense for how he plays it and what peak performance looks like here. So we get this one. This is the attack speed one, I think. There's this one of them gives extra HP, one of them gives attack speed. You have to put it on a unit for the entire game. These really like make you want to play more reroll type stuff, because obviously you can just throw this on to like a twisted fake at the attack speed, and then feel really good about that. Whereas if you if you want to play more forecast centric, it takes a long time to get the value. First argument, mentorship, clear mind, shimmer scale, not that much of a fan of mentorship here unless we want to play some kind of reroll line here. I will say, honestly, by the way, I'm a little surprised, but maybe it's just not something that Jazlatte prioritized that much. We skipped Nefiria with we actually have great Nefiria items, but perhaps that's just not a line that he really is that interested in playing around. But okay. Scouting the lobby, just seeing, I mean, not anybody like hard committed with augment though. I mean, we need to scout a little bit harder. There's such I mean, we do have the Devil Edge of Night if we want it here, but yeah, we take this Marksman augment here. This one's Flatline, I think it's called. Let me see. I know all the augments, yeah, Flatline is what it's called. So this is the one. Marksmans execute enemies under 12% HP. Every time a marksman executes, all marksmen gain 4% attack speed. So we're in hard force marksman from here, which honestly, yeah, I want to see Jazlatte play this comp. This is like maybe in some ways an ideal situation to play it from, because we do have like the marksman augment. But yeah, it's just the games where I played around this comp, it's just not felt amazing. To be fair, I played it in some kind of sketchy spots, but I mean, we have IE Sunfire Slam, so we can just make really good early slams towards this comp. You're itemizing both Saya and Aphelios, so you can kind of, the upside is itemize them however you want. You can play for, triple item Zaya, you can play for triple item Aphelios. I think, either one can do well if you have the correct setup for it. We do pick up the Kindred 2 here, and then just get Exotech on this board to give us a tank item for Jax. And yeah, I mean, we're just chilling, honestly. We're off to the races in this spot. Yeah, we should team planner out the comp. This is it'll be a little interesting here, because we're not playing Anima squad opener, Anima squad, if some people want to call it that. We're not playing Anima opener, and I oftentimes find when I'm playing around a comp like this, when I'm trying to like full pivot into it later, it's quite awkward, because you have to find stuff like Silas too, without being able to hold on to a bunch of them early. It's a tad bit awkward. So I want to see what we do here. I mean, bow or glove both seem very nice to pick up. Yeah, I like bow here. It can be something like a Last Whisper. It can be a Gwynsu's for your Aphelios. It can be a lot of stuff. We do pick up Jin 2 here, which is fantastic. So we are going to have a really solid early game here. And yeah, just be able to play around this, throw the bow onto him. Obviously, we are not going to use our little unit buff here. I think this is the tiny... Oh, actually? No. Yeah, I think it's the Tiny Fi. And I haven't learned the icons yet, I'll be real. There's one that makes a tiny one that gives them extra HP and bigger. And I mean, I guess we can look around and see if anybody has tiny units. Like that person that we just fought would be someone who would maybe have a tiny unit, because like they actually could lock themselves into a reroll line. But we are in this slightly awkward spot here where we do kind of have this incentive to, we're probably going to hold on to this buff until, stage 4, which sucks, but I mean, it's better than just throwing it onto a random Jin. I mean, you could throw it onto Jin just to kind of like win streak, just for tempo, but we're not even like looking at a potential 5 streak from here. And, you know, other people are going to be completely up an entire potential like half of an item on their units. You know, it's like 20% attack speed, so it's a lot to lose. But I like the start from Jazlatte here, not playing. I mean, it's a little awkward to play into the Marksman Vanguard comp from just an anima opener, unless you hit Vayne and then like you're playing around Gwinsu's. But with stuff like IE, Vayne's obviously not the best holder of it. She doesn't use IE very well. Just make gold here, I think, makes a lot of sense. Yep. And then item-wise here, we have Evan's Shroud. I think, yeah, dear Evan will be very happy about this. And I mean, we just chill. I would probably like to protect this Jax a little bit. I think I would swap him and the bug here, just because I'm afraid that Jax on this edge here, Jax 1 is going to die. But all right, yeah, we leveled to 4 and we are just win streaking from this spot here. Ooh, that's kind of a scary TF board. So yeah, we'll see what we get from the rest of our items here. We could finish off that Gwinsu if we want to play towards Aphelios. The IE definitely leans more as a Xayah item. If we just, yeah, let me explore Aphelios, Xayah, and then 4 Marksman here, and then pull up. Like, this is a good way to just kind of like look at itemization and then just pull up Infinity Edge here. And yeah, you can see like you can throw it on Aphelios. It's negative delta, but Xayah really would prefer to have this item onto her. You know, Aphelios items definitely lean more towards like the double Gwinsu cell setups. And yeah, like you can see, double Gwinsu IE it's itemized on Aphelios, you can throw it there, but like double Gwinsu Gunblade so much better, double Gwinsu GS so much better, double Gwinsu Deathblade so much better, like basically everything better than IE. So this IE really looks like his item. I mean, the red buff augment I don't even dislike, and wow, he's just looking at Spear Links that hard. Okay. Maybe I'm underrating Spear Links in this comp. I mean, you are going to have a very... Oh, wait, no, we have Sunfire already, so you can't take the red buff item. Okay, so then it kind of had to be Spear Links, right? Other options were pretty bad. Yeah, if you don't have Sunfire, I think the red buff augment in this comp is fine. I'm actually down to put this into... I oftentimes end up putting it onto Aphelios, and yeah, it looks like the stats say it's like a little bit better onto the Aphelios there. But obviously can't take it here because we have the Sunfire. So we'll continue to chill on this board here. Keep win streaking. The good thing is I think we just want 2 Cypher players in a row here. So the full win streak being protected is not bad at all. So yeah, we just kind of get to chill on this board, and we're gaming a little bit on them. And I mean, yeah, this looks like the kind of spot where I could see this comp being playable. Strong opener, win streak, good item slammed. It's interesting. I don't know where to put this comp in my mind as far as like a comp where you need a ton of gold, a comp where you don't need a ton of gold, because like you do have 3 4 costs that you want to play around. You don't really need any 5 costs on your board. You have a couple of 3 costs as well. Like it's in some ways expensive because it's, you know, 3 4 costs, 2 3 costs, but no 5 costs. So it's kind of in the middle, I would say, like an average tempo comp. So yeah, but we'll see. We'll see. I mean, at this spot, obviously, we're going to have a ton of resources. That isn't Aphelios and Carousel, and he's not. Okay, he's getting yoinked here. So we could take the sword. It can be GS. It can be something. I mean, you could honestly... It could also be Shojin for Xayah. Maybe it does just end up being Shojin. I mean, you're not that excited about LW anymore because you obviously have made an Evan's Shroud here. So we're going to just make the Shojin here. And we're just... I mean, the bow can obviously still be Gwinsu's down the line. That's the really nice thing. So, and... It can be Renans, it can be GS, it can be a lot of good stuff here, and the tier is a tad awkward. I mean, it can still be a lot of good stuff here. Rotating to this guy who is playing Aphelios, which is a little annoying for us because that's... Actually, they have 2 Aphelios. Wow. That's 2 Aphelios out of the pool already, so a tad bit annoying. The upside is we are looking towards itemization onto Xayah, so we don't... It's not the end of the world. And yeah, I mean, this is just how we're playing it. We do actually make the Silas 2 on bench. The reason I was so concerned about getting to the Silas 2 is that the star level of your anima units is what scales up your anima squad abilities. You know, Silas 1 versus Silas 2, not going to be like the end of the world. You're not going to like... Also, oh my god, I want to see how this Mundo does. But like, it does feel a little bit bad if you do end up in a situation where your Xayah or you don't have the 2-star. Oh, they just barely got to the Mundo ascending. I mean, he needs a real tank item instead of that Sunfire. You need to move like Sunfire somewhere else, but it's like, it's kind of awkward. So yeah, I guess we'll see. We'll see where we go from here. But yeah, all right. We pick up I mean, this can just be a redemption. I don't mind it. There's the Guinsu, and yep, we are going to finish that off. Probably not another Shojin, so I like redemption and then hold on to the sword here. It is a tad bit awkward that we have these 3 items, which like 2 should go on Zaya and 1 should go onto Aphelios, but I do think, yeah, you probably have to make this redemption. Makes sense to just throw it onto Jarvan here. Probably just going to chill 1 round. And then, ooh, that's already Aphelios 2 and 2 Zayas out of the pool. Like, ooh, this is a scary spot actually for Jazlatte. The only upside is we're still on streak. We have this Jarvan 2, which is nice. As long as we hit something, as long as we hit like an Aphelios A Zaya, we'd stabilize decently hard here. It looks like we are going to win this fight as well, which is huge for us. So good dub here, 96 HP, last augment here. Cyber Bulk, I tend not to love. Okay, yeah. I mean, I think this is solid. This is actually a really nice little combination. It's bulky buddies and Ascension, so you get extra tankiness and you get just extra frontline, because oftentimes when you take Ascension, you end up in this awkward spot where we just sell Aphelios there? No. Okay, we sold the... No, we played Viego. Wow, wait, this is kind of woke. We're going to play this board for now as kind of a transitionary board until we get to that. We're going to hold on to the Zeres. Oh, this is flex play from Jazlatte here. Because, yeah, I mean, we're holding on to... I mean, we're still playing the 3 Nitro. Ooh, can we win? I mean, we're rotating into a pretty strong TF board. Oh, we barely lose this fight. Sucks because we lose our streak here. But, yeah, I mean... What an interesting little like board to stop on for now. And now he's going to pivot into the board saying, okay, now I kind of need to get the 4 Vanguard in, especially for the Jarvan. So yeah, just staying on that board for a round just to kind of stabilize a bit. I mean, honestly, it probably slowed his roll a bit much here. Like in hindsight, you maybe would have wanted to just full pivot into this just because it allows you to get the other stuff in like right now. I mean, we have the items stuck on Jhin. I mean, they're going to stay on him for a little while. And we still have the kind of buff to use here. I wonder, I mean, well, we'll see. At least this player ends up dying though. They are kind of contest. No, I don't actually know what they're playing. But yeah, I mean, that guy taking so many units out of the pool. It's so tough here. All right. Sword item here. I mean, I'd love for it to be a GS or a DB. So this is interesting because this is IE. It is a 5 cost, which is the big upside here. Like we were looking at the stats, and the stats don't love IE onto Aphelios, which is almost what you need to do here. Unless you want to go double IE Zaya, maybe that's an idea. We do hit Leona too, so we can move items over. Gonna keep items on Jhin for now. Oh, it does the tankiness one. Okay, I gotta learn the icons. We are going to move some items over to Jinx. The Guinsu is gonna go here. And moment of truth, do we double IE here? Yeah, I think this makes perfect sense actually. Double IE for the eventual Zaya, just because yeah, the IE not that good onto the Aphelios, and the double IE is actually like totally serviceable on the Zaya. So really nice itemization from Jazlatte. Will it win him the fight? Just barely no. All right, drop here. We're in a quite awkward spot. We do have the Jinx 2 at least, and the Jinx 2 is a very solid item holder in this comp just to get to your late game board. But I mean, do you chill? Do you continue to roll on 8? I mean, you're Aphelios 1 and Zaya 1, so you're pretty far off of hitting this stuff. Like I don't know. I'm interested to see where we actually go in this spot, because like I mean the Jinx will do an okay job. I'd be surprised if we just decided to go like 9 in this spot, but you almost want to, because your front line's stable, your back line's stable. It's just if we don't get to Aphelios and to Zaya, we're gonna feel horrible. So we'll see. 68 HP though, at least we're quite healthy. We're probably, just from how strong our early game was, going to clutch out a top 4 this game, but you know, Jazlatte, he's a beast. He doesn't want to just play for top 4. Rod here could be double Guinsu, could be Gunblade. I'd be curious actually to see what he takes here. And yes, we are gonna roll here pretty deep just to find upgrades. Now we have Aphelios pair and Zaya paired here. This is also rolling for Golden Ox though. We are rolling pretty deep here. I guess just Gunblade here for the Aphelios. I mean, it's, ooh, what is, oh, Gunblade moved over here, and then we do move the IE over to the Aphelios. So Gunblade, like, generically slightly better on Aphelios, I think, because he's kind of more consistent damage dealer. But at the end of the day, you want Gunblade on the unit that's dealing the most damage, and so that's the idea, is we're going to Gunblade onto the unit that's actually going to deal damage. If you look at the damage chart here, oh my god, look at the Mundo. He's huge. But obviously, Jinx doing way more damage. I mean, Aphelios actually did pretty respectable damage there. But yeah, just donkey rolling every single round here, trying to find an upgrade. We do get our 20 gold for the Golden Ox there, which is nice. But yeah, just trying desperately to find some kind of an upgrade on this board. And the upside is we are quadruple combat augment here. So if we can get to just our whole board 2-starred, we do have good odds of just, you know, getting a top 4 and then capping out high enough that we can win some of these fights. Like even this board, this is a TF reroll board, but our augments are so good. Oh my god, it's just 2 damage augments, 2 tank augments, just 4 gold augments all working together. I mean, yeah, the setup is so nice. I feel like maybe that's one of the things that I'm missing with this comp is just really good augment selection here. And I mean, the bulky buddies and the other one, the flatline, I think very obvious, like solid takes in this comp. But I mean, I guess just playing for combat augment in this comp because you can stabilize so hard on 8. That's one way to think about it. Okay. It's interesting because like, I have seen people, I think TFT Academy says you prioritize econ augments in this comp. It's kind of interesting. This is a spot where I'd love to look at like augment stats here and see like, what are the augment stats on this comp? But I mean, yeah, you can't look at that. I mean, this guy's Gigamundo. He still has the Sunfire just sitting on the Mundo, by the way. It's Gigamundo with Sunfire actually making it work. All right, another Guinsu here for Aphelios if we can grab it. We have Evan's Shroud here, so we don't need to grab Last Whisper. Guardbreaker's a fine item as well, but yep, double Guinsu Aphelios is going to be what you want. We only have the one remover for now, though. If we do hit Aphelios too, we could always... I was thinking about, well, I guess you can't really do exactly what you want to do here, like pop all the items onto Aphelios. All right, but we do. We finally find Aphelios and Zaya 2 here. So now at 5-5, we have hit both of our 2 stars, and now we just have to, you know, see how far we can go from here. See, I mean, level 9 will very often be Aurora on this board, just because she's another Anima Squad unit, and she is Dynamo with the Jhin, and she's a good 5 cost to play, so that's usually what you're looking at. But yeah, we beat this board. I mean, yeah, with really nice Zaya itemization and very solid Aphelios itemization, like I said. In a pinch, Guinsu IE certainly does work onto him. We end up in a really nice spot, and yeah, we can just team plan her out, throw Aurora in there, and I mean, look for our next level up here, which, I mean, yeah, is probably going to be Aurora. You could even, I mean, okay, no. Like, I was thinking you could play Viego. It does give you like another bulky body. Like then you can get bulky buddies on the Viego, but I don't think getting bulky buddies on Viego is worth not playing Aurora. And she throws in a unit as well, though obviously it's not going to get bulky value. Rotate into a Vexotech board. I mean, yeah, we're even stomping this Vexotech board. Honestly, it's interesting. This lobby looks pretty low cap. It looks like a lot of people did also just kind of get stuck in the same spot we were in, like rolling on 8 to find everything, which it's interesting. I mean, sometimes lobbies just end up like that. You know, sometimes lobbies end up super high cap, Scuttle Puddle type stuff like this. You know, a lobby like this with a bunch of gold augments, maybe a lot of people are just trying to be their strongest here. I mean, I guess you take another tank item. You could look for something for Aurora, but yeah, I like this. Just Bramble Vest here, and then move one of the Aura items over. Yeah, I love this. Would you move Sunfire, I guess? Yeah. Yeah, okay. Sunfire there. I think this makes the most sense. Sunfire is like the least tanky item out of all these. I don't know why I feel a need to cough. I'm sick from all the good TFT that I've been playing. I don't know. All right, we finally, oh my God. I thought for sure we lost that fight, but the Zaya actually clutched it out there at the end with the Ascension and everything. What a beast. So now we're on a 5 streak here. We're cruising to level 9, 2 more rounds until we hit level 9. And then we hope to find that Aurora, throw in ideally stuff like an Urgot is the ideal to throw in. And I mean, we'll see what we end up getting to. We do still have the Mundo player in to deal with, but I really, oh, look at this. They're putting him so far back. They just want him to guarantee to live for the Ascension. I mean, it makes a lot of sense. He does get he gets it all, but our board scales so well, honestly. Yeah, I don't think it actually matters that much. Like even though he gets the Ascension, it's fine. Rolling these Gragas as well. What is this? To deny somebody? No. I mean, just maybe as an in. It's such a Vinocore, I guess. You could play it. I mean, it's not the greatest thing of all time, but not like horrible. All right, but rotate into the TF board. I mean, it's interesting, surprising kind of like how weak I felt this TF board has been, but it's really just our board. Oh my God, the Ascension huge here as well. I mean, yeah, it's just the triple combat augments are putting us into an amazing spot. Like we are able to just win all of these fights. I feel like that's really the thing to call out this game. Crown Guard here, you can throw onto Jarvan for some extra tankiness, or you could, no, we don't have remover, so you can't throw it on Leona. Get a level up here. We do have Garen here. A little ambitious, I would say, to try to God of the Net when the game is almost over. Yeah, I mean, I guess you could just throw Renekton 2 on this board. I don't know. Yeah, I guess you can eat something. Yeah, something like this. Okay, I'm down for this. We're gonna have a decent amount of AD onto her. So yeah, I think this makes sense. I mean, Renekton 2, obviously we don't have a Bastion on the board, but Renekton 2 is Renekton 2. Yeah, normally your in is the Aurora, but I mean, you play what you can in this. Yeah, our board, this board is so good at killing super tanks, which is what this entire lobby was actually. It's kind of funny. Was there I don't know that there was a street team in player in this lobby, or maybe there was and they just bought forward, but kind of crazy. I feel like this, like, we're actually fighting to a lot of comps we have very good matchups into. Like the TF, our single target scaling is really good into. The Mundo, the single target scaling really good into as well. So it's actually kind of almost like a meta call here, though obviously Jazlatte didn't know what he would be fighting into this game. All right, we'll see if we can win the final fight versus this guy. Our front line blows up pretty quickly, but then with the Ascension, it is an easy dub for Jazlatte. Just stabilized so hard. I mean, contested on 8, but just the triple combat or quadruple combat og allowed us to get there. So, hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please like, comment, subscribe. Check out my Twitch and Metafile. All my links down below. I'll see you guys tomorrow for the tournament, and I'll see you guys tomorrow for the tournament. All right, goodbye.